Welcome to Hauntline Studios, the place where the shadows call and the stories fight to be heard. Tonight, we're taking a call from someone who survived something no one should ever see.
Hello, is this the Hauntline Studio? I am Caleb Turner from Las Vegas, Nevada. I don't even know where to start. This is happening again. And if I don't speak it out loud, no one will believe me. I was on a late-night flight, Vegas to Phoenix, red-eye, only a few rows of passengers. I like it that way. Less noise, more space. I had seat 27A, window, laptop in the seat back, bag under the seat in front. Then I noticed him. Seat 27B. A man, no luggage, no seatbelt, just sitting, watching. I blinked, tried to ignore him. Flight attendants walked past. I asked quietly, "Is anyone sitting there?" They shook their heads. "No one is assigned to 27B, one said, her voice calm, polite, like she knew she was about to tell me I was imagining things. I laughed quietly, tried to shrug it off. He didn't move, didn't blink, didn't breathe in a way I could see. I opened my laptop and tried to work. Every 30 seconds I felt it, the pressure of eyes behind my shoulder. I checked the cabin mirror, the reflective panel above the galley. He wasn't there. Then I heard it, faint whispers, not words at first, just sounds. Then my name, Caleb. I froze, my fingers hovering over the keyboard. No one else reacted. Then my seat vibrated. Not my phone, the armrest, slight, tapping. I looked down. Nothing. Rule number 1, the man doesn't need to move to be noticed. I tried to stand, stretch, go near the aisle. He didn't change, stayed rigid in 27B, watching me. A passenger in 28C looked at me strangely. "Are you okay?" she asked. I nodded. I wanted to scream. I opened the in-flight map, plane icon moving along the route. Odd. The seat numbers glitched. 27B appeared empty. Blink, gone. I looked at the man. Still there. Rule number 2. The man isn't bound by manifest or system. I whispered, "Who are you?" No response. Just stare. Then, faintly, my own voice echoed back. "You shouldn't be here." I jumped. Cabin lights flickered. Passengers murmured, glanced around. Rule number 3. The man reflects you. I shut my laptop, tried to sleep. No luck. Every 30 seconds, something small but off happened. Tray table rattled. Seat reclined slightly, though not untouched. Headphones disconnected, reconnected. Volume maxed for a split second. I tried texting a friend. No signal. Only one app worked, the flight's Wi-Fi messaging. A notification popped up. Seat 27B is unassigned. System message. Not mine, not the airline's. 30 minutes in, turbulence started. Not severe, just enough to make the cabin sway. He didn't flinch. Then my phone vibrated. Silent mode, airplane mode. I felt it in my hand. No notification. I looked up. His eyes locked on me. I swear he smiled, slightly, amused. Rule number 5. The man anticipates you. I focused on my breathing, counted. 1, 2, 3, 4. The whispers returned. This time, not my name, my voice. "Caleb, look away." Nobody else reacted. Plane hummed, engine steady, passengers slept. I tried closing my eyes. A tap, tap, tap on the window beside me. I turned. Nothing. Then the man in 27B vanished. I froze, checked the system. 27B empty, blinked, still empty. Then, After a long second, he reappeared. Closer. Not physically, mentally, in my awareness. He filled the corner of my mind like someone pressing on the back of my skull. Rule number 5. The man exists where he's noticed. I didn't sleep. The rest of the flight passed in a blur. By the time we landed in Phoenix, I was shaking. I tried to shake it off, laughed quietly like a defense. The flight attendant looked at me strangely as I left the plane. She whispered something. "Seat 27B, he's always here." I walked out of the gate, checked my phone. No messages, no calls. Then my boarding pass buzzed in my pocket. Next flight? New Orleans. Seat 27A. Same flight number. Same man. I'm calling Hauntline Studio now, because if this is happening to me, I don't want to go through it alone. And Caleb Turner isn't supposed to be a frequent flyer. Not like this.
I don't know if anyone's going to believe me, but it's happening again. I'm on a different flight now. Vegas to New Orleans. Seat 27A. Same as last time. And he's there. Seat 27B. Flight attendants are polite, smiling, but when I asked about 27B, no one is assigned, they said. The in-flight map said empty, blink, gone. But the man? Watching me, silent, unblinking. I tried to ignore him, opened my laptop, checked email, tried to work. Then my boarding pass buzzed. Not my phone, the app. Boarding pass had changed. Seat still 27A, flight number same, name same. But the picture? Not me. Someone else's face. I froze, heart pounding, checked my ID, driver's license, wallet, all mine. Rule number 1, the system lies. I asked the passenger next to me to double-check the map. He said, "Yeah, you're in 27A, 27B, empty." I whispered, "Look again." He leaned over, blinked, hesitated. Then, seat 27B, empty. But I knew. I tried calling the airline, no signal. Wi-Fi worked only for the flight's internal messages. A notification popped up. Seat 27B is unassigned. Blink. Gone. Rule number 2. Seat 27B exists only when noticed. 30 minutes into the flight, turbulence rattled the plane. Cabin lights flickered. Passengers murmured. He didn't move. He never does. Then my boarding pass buzzed again. Another update. New seat assignment, 27C. My name, same picture. Another passenger checking in on the app. They thought it was them. Rule number 3. Reality fractures around the man. I tried to warn the flight attendant. "Something's wrong with 27B, I said. She blinked. "Sir, the manifest shows it's empty," she said. I felt the tug of nausea. Other passengers were starting to notice me differently. Some glanced at me oddly. Some whispered to the person next to them, "Isn't that—" I don't know. I tried ignoring them, focused on breathing. Then a new notification popped up. Flight manifest updated. Caleb Turner departed gate 5 minutes ago. I was still on the plane. Rule number 4. The system believes the man, not you. I tried to explain. My voice quivered. No one reacted. Flight attendants smiled, polite, calm, like I was a glitch in their reality. I looked at him, seat 27B. No face, or maybe too many faces. Blink, they vanish. It wasn't a man anymore. It was a presence, a pattern. Rule number 5. The man in seat 27B learns your identity faster than you can respond. I opened the in-flight map again. It glitched. My cursor jumped. My face on the manifest flickered. Then, gone. Passengers whispered. Some turned to me, some didn't. Then my phone buzzed in my pocket. Boarding pass alert. New flight, same pattern, same seat, new destination, Atlanta. I swallowed hard. The plane rattled with turbulence. Lights flickered again. I could feel the man, not watching anymore, occupying my thoughts, my actions, my choices. Rule number 6, the man is already you, even when you exist. I tried texting my friend on the ground. Nothing went through. Tried to open apps. Only the flight's internal messaging worked. A notification appeared. 27B, you are obsolete. I wanted to scream. Other passengers glanced over. No reaction. The flight attendant passed me, smiled politely. Enjoy your flight, Mr. Turner. I tried to protest. I realized I was talking to myself. My voice echoed back. Caleb, you're next. I froze. The man in seat 27B didn't move, but the air around him shifted. The cabin felt smaller, tighter. The next 30 seconds were unbearable. Every time I looked away, he moved closer. Not physically, mentally. Everywhere I tried to hide in my own mind, he was there. Rule number 7, the man transfers through perception, not space. By the time we landed in New Orleans, I was shaking. Disembarking felt wrong. I felt replaced. And when I checked the next flight notification, I wasn't scheduled. Seat 27A, flight to Atlanta. My name, picture replaced with him. I'm calling Hauntline Studio now, because if this continues, I don't think anyone will remember Caleb Turner except for me.
I don't know how long I have before this stops working. The phone keeps trying to disconnect, not losing signal, reassigning it. I'm not supposed to be here anymore. I landed in New Orleans, but according to every system that matters, I didn't. The gate agent scanned my boarding pass and frowned. "This pass was already used," she said. I laughed, nervous. I told her that was impossible. I was standing right in front of her. She looked past me, over my shoulder. "Sir," she said slowly, "please step aside." That's when I realized something was wrong with the way she said "sir," like she wasn't talking to me. A man stepped forward from behind me. Same height, same jacket, my jacket. He smiled politely and handed over a phone. The agent scanned it. Green checkmark. "Welcome, Mr. Turner," she said. I turned. No one reacted. People flowed around me like water around a rock. Rule 8. Once reassigned, you become an obstruction, not a person. I followed him down the jet bridge. Security cameras hummed overhead. Monitors showed live feeds. Every screen showed him walking, not me. I waved my arms in front of a camera. Nothing changed. I checked my reflection in the glass. It lagged like bad video compression. My face stuttered, blurred, then snapped back into place. My phone vibrated. Connection rerouted. I opened my email. Inbox empty. Contacts gone. Except one. 27B. I didn't add that. I typed, "Who are you?" The reply came instantly. "You finished the journey. I'm completing it." Rule 9. The system considers fear a form of abandonment. I ran to the restroom and locked myself in a stall, hands shaking, breathing fast. I tried to call my sister. The phone rang once, then clicked. Voicemail answered, but it wasn't her voice. It was mine. "Hey, this is Caleb. I'm flying right now. I'll call you back." I dropped the phone. Outside the stall, someone washed their hands. I peeked through the gap. It was him. Same face, clearer than mine had looked in days. He glanced at the mirror, adjusted my collar, and smiled. Rule 10.
The improvement improves the original. I bolted, through the terminal, past shops, gates, people. No one moved for me. No one stopped me. I ran straight into a TSA checkpoint from the wrong side. An agent raised his hand. "Sir?" I stopped, relief flooding in. "You can't be back here," he said, stepping past me, talking to the man behind me. The man, me, handed over ID. My ID. The agent scanned it, nodded. "Safe travels, Mr. Turner." I screamed. I swear I did. No one reacted. Rule 11. Sound requires recognition. My phone buzzed again. Flight update. Passenger, Turner, Caleb. Seat 27B. Destination, Atlanta. I wasn't assigned 27B. I never was. I followed him onto the plane, not walking, being carried by momentum, by inevitability. The seat map glitched as we boarded. Rows flickered, numbers rearranged themselves. There was no 27A anymore, no 27C, only 27B, and he sat down. I stood in the aisle shaking. The flight attendant smiled. "Sir, please take your seat." "Where?" I whispered. She looked confused, checked her tablet. Then her expression smoothed. "Oh," she said softly, "you've already been seated." The doors closed. The plane pushed back. I felt something pull, like pressure behind my eyes, behind my name. Memories slipped, small ones first. My sister's laugh, my childhood street, my favorite song. Rule 13. The transfer happens in layers. He finally looked at me. Really looked. "You noticed," he said. My voice. Perfect. "You don't," I answered. "What are you?" "I'm continuity," he replied. "When journeys break, someone has to finish them." The cabin lights dimmed. The seatbelt sign chimed. I felt myself thinning, edges softening, like a person being erased with a bad eraser. My phone buzzed one last time. Hauntline Studio. Incoming call. I answered, which means, if you're hearing this, I'm not gone yet. But he's flying in my place, and I don't know how many landings I have left.
The plane is in the air again. Atlanta, according to the screens, but the windows don't show clouds anymore. They show movement. Not sky, not ground, just the sense that we're passing through something that isn't meant to be seen for this long. I'm not in a seat. I'm not standing either. I exist in the aisle the way a thought exists between words. No one acknowledges me. No one needs to. Except him. Seat 27B. He's calm, comfortable, reading the safety card like it's the first time he's ever flown. I can feel him settling into my life. Rule number 13. Once seated, the replacement begins ownership. I tried touching a passenger. My hand passed through her arm like static through fabric. She shivered, pulled her sleeve tighter, didn't see me. He glanced up. "Don't do that," he said gently. "They feel it as dread." "What are you doing to me?" I asked. He folded the card neatly. "Finishing your journey." The plane lurched slightly. No turbulence warning, just a reminder that we were moving somewhere wrong. "You didn't fail," he continued. "You hesitated." I told him I didn't understand. He smiled, that same practiced human smile. "People stop journeys all the time," he said. "Grief, fear, guilt, love, doesn't matter. The system can't allow that." Rule number 14. Unfinished journeys destabilize continuity. I realized then, every flight I'd taken recently, I'd been running. From a job I hated, from a call I never returned, from a choice I was supposed to make. I had boarded planes instead of facing things. He leaned closer. Seat 27B exists for passengers who refuse to arrive. The cabin lights flickered. When they came back on, the plane was different. Older, seats worn, no screens, no windows. Passengers stared forward, frozen in the exact posture of people who had once been afraid. I recognized a woman from the Vegas flight. Her eyes were open, empty. Rule number 15. Some transfers don't complete cleanly. "Where are they going?" I whispered. "Nowhere," he replied. "They noticed too late." The plane shuddered again. Overhead bins rattled. I felt something tug at me, stronger this time, memories peeling away faster. My last name felt foreign in my mouth. I screamed my name. It echoed once, then returned quieter. Rule number 16. Names are location markers. I looked at the seat numbers. They didn't go in order anymore. 27B repeated, over and over and over. Each one occupied, each one watching forward. "This isn't flying," I said. He nodded. "It's reassignment." I felt panic claw through me. "If you take my place, what happens to me?" He considered that. "You become the gap, the hesitation, the reason the seat exists." The plane began its descent. No announcement, no city lights, just darkness rising to meet us. I realized then, Hauntline Studio wasn't outside this system. It was inside it, a place where the gaps still had voices. My phone vibrated violently. Seat assignment pending. I looked at him. He stood up. "Your turn," he said. The seatbelt chime chimed. Every 27B light turned on at once, and for the first time since this began, someone looked directly at me from another 27B, and another, and another. All of them wearing my face.
They're being polite now. That's how I know it's almost over. The plane leveled out after that impossible descent, and the cabin changed again. New seats, cleaner, wider. The kind of plane you only see in advertisements. Every passenger sat perfectly still, hands folded, eyes forward, smiling. I was given a boarding pass. It appeared in my hand like it had always been there. Seat 27B. Status upgraded. Rule number 17. Politeness is procedural. A flight attendant approached me. She didn't walk. She arrived. "Mr. Turner," she said warmly, "thank you for your patience." "For what?" I asked. "For completing most of your journey." Her smile never changed. Her eyes didn't blink. "You'll be reassigned shortly," she continued. "Please remain calm." Remain calm. That phrase felt like a command. I felt myself compressing, thoughts lining up, emotions smoothing out. Fear became background noise. Across the aisle, I saw him. The man who took my place. No, me. He looked comfortable, confident, talking quietly with another passenger, laughing. Rule 18. The replacement thrives where you resisted. I tried to move toward him. The floor resisted, like walking through thick water. The intercom crackled. "Ladies and gentlemen," the captain said, "we'll be beginning our final approach shortly." Final. Approach. I asked the flight attendant where we were landing. She tilted her head, considering. "Continuity," she said.
I remembered things I never lived. Memories sliding into me like borrowed clothes. Airports I never visited. Conversations I never finished. They felt better than my own. Rule number 19. The system rewards surrender. A man in another 27B caught my eye. He mouthed a word. Don't. I tried to scream. No sound came out. The flight attendant handed me a drink. Clear, no ice. Complimentary, she said. I didn't take it. Her smile tightened. Rule number 20. Refusal delays but does not prevent. My phone buzzed. Hauntline studio. Line stability warning. I held it close like a lifeline. I don't want this, I whispered. The man, me, finally looked over. You already chose it, he said calmly. Every time you boarded instead of arriving. The cabin lights dimmed into a soft, welcoming glow. Seat 27B beside him opened, waiting. I felt the pull again, stronger than ever. Not violent, inviting. Rule 21. The seat does not force, it accepts. As I was guided toward it, I noticed something carved on the armrest. Dozens of names, scratched deep, all different, all worn away, all replaced. I understood then. This wasn't punishment. It was maintenance. The captain's voice returned. Thank you for flying with us, Mr. Turner. I sat down. The seat molded around me perfectly. Too perfectly. My phone vibrated one last time. Upgrade complete. I felt myself thinning again, but this time it felt peaceful. And that terrified me more than anything else. Because if peace comes this easily, what did I give up to earn it?
I don't know if I'm me anymore. I think I'm just the echo of a choice. The plane leveled out, or maybe it didn't. I can't tell. The windows now show infinite corridors. Clouds, sky, cities, all layered on top of each other. I'm sitting in 27B, exactly where I was supposed to sit, but I feel weight elsewhere. In my chest, my skull, my memories. Rule number 22. Final approach is not about landing. It's about existing. I looked at the man in 27B. He smiled at me. Not my face, not his, mine. And yet, it wasn't me. You noticed too much, he said softly. I didn't think you would. Rule number 23. Awareness accelerates replacement. I tried to speak. No sound, only my thoughts. He read them. You're ready, he said, or you're already gone. It's hard to tell. The cabin stretched. Passengers multiplied. Rows repeated infinitely. Every 27B filled with someone who looked like me, spoke like me, hesitated like me. I saw the flight attendants. They bowed slightly as I passed. Every face polite, eyes blank, waiting. Rule number 24. Completion requires consent, even unspoken. A new notification vibrated in my hand. My phone. Incoming Hauntline studio call. I answered. It was a familiar voice. Said, "Hello, Is this the Hauntline studio? I paused. It was me, Caleb Turner, my own voice calling through time, space, reality. I realized then I was never the passenger. I was always the line, the one who listened, the one who recorded, the one who allowed others to notice, to pass through. Rule number 25. The original becomes the observer. The man, or the replacement, spoke again. You were the bridge, the conduit, the voice. Everything shifted. The plane, the corridors, the passengers, all dissolved into light and silence. And yet I could feel them. Every 27B that ever existed, every journey paused and completed. They moved through me, past me, beyond me. Rule number 26. Awareness survives beyond form. I looked at my hands. They flickered. Not solid, not mine, not his. I realized I was everywhere and nowhere. A whisper in every seat, a shadow in every aisle. The last thing I heard, or maybe the first, Caleb, your journey isn't yours to complete anymore. It belongs to them, and you belong to the line. The plane landed or didn't, doors opened or didn't, passengers left or never existed. I hung up the Hauntline call, and I realized something terrifying and beautiful. I would never fly again, but the story would, and every listener, every caller, every seat would carry me. If you're hearing this, you're sitting in 27B right now, and I'm watching, waiting, smiling.
If you love the slow burn of fear, the stories that creep under your skin, subscribe now. Don't fight the darkness. Let it follow you.